World Cup cricket coach Gary Kirsten was in Dubai for a series of coaching clinics. Zahirah Variawa met up with the former cricketer for this week's Celebrity Fit.
Gary, welcome to Physique TV.
Thank you.
You've had an incredible career, a career that dreams are made of. When you look back, what are your favorite moments?
I try not to look back, to be honest with you. I think reflecting can sometimes be a dangerous thing, but I think it's been an incredible privilege to really have had been a professional cricketer and then coaching and been involved in the game for the better part of 40 years. I think it's been kind of a very exciting thing to happen. I always maintain that if you're able to earn a living doing something you love doing, there can be nothing better.
Now, coaching India was, I imagine, quite a unique experience. Can you tell us some of the takeaways or interesting experiences that you had coaching a World Cup winning team?
Yeah, it was an amazing time. You know, I went there with very low expectations, with limited coaching experience, and then to be kind of asked to coach a national team, fairly intimidating, to be honest with you, at the start of it. But you know, I think when I reflected back on kind of the 3-year journey with the team, it was amazing how accepted I was within Indian society, and I found that an incredible privilege.
Now, the Indian market, I'd imagine, is quite different to South Africa. What were some of the most difficult adjustments you had to make, both personally and professionally? We
have a fairly big country in South Africa, and the concept of space is kind of all around you, you know. Whereas in India, it's completely the opposite. I mean, they're just kind of people everywhere. And if you're in India in the name of cricket, I think the similarities of the countries is, I think there is massive diversity in both countries. And I think it's a responsibility of you as an individual to understand that diversity and understand people in very different ways. And I enjoyed that about India. In fact, I found that, you know, just the national team itself had Indian players from really different regions who kind of viewed things very differently, and I love going into the small Indian villages when we had one-day series on.
What would you say is your regular routine, and then what would your routine be whilst on the road and travelling?
Yeah, well, when I'm at home, absolutely. So I think as a South African, we take a lot of pride in trying to keep ourselves in good shape. I think it's just because we live an outdoor life more than anything. We love being outside. But I think I've always enjoyed endurance sports, you know, and having been a sportsman all my life. When I retired in 2004, I needed to start embarking on something else. So the first thing I got into was long distance running. And I ran 8 marathons over a 3-year period, and it was pretty challenging, to be honest with you, but it was a great experience. And subsequent to that, I've got into mountain biking, which is a very popular sport in South Africa.
Now, keeping fit and staying in good physical condition also has a lot to do with what we eat. Are you quite strict with your diet?
I'm 48 now, so you know, I'm getting to an age where you kind of got to be a little bit more diligent. The only reason why I say that is because I'm not a big fan of supplements and taking a whole lot of extra things to what I potentially could get in my diet. So for me, it's very important to have a well-balanced diet and to make sure that I'm eating food that is nutrient-rich, you know, so that a lot of raw food, and making sure that every day I'm eating something that I know is going to add value to my body rather than just filling my tummy.
Now, you're in Dubai doing coaching masterclasses. What can we expect from you in the UAE?
I always enjoy coming to Dubai. It's our second trip here with my academy, and you know, we just enjoy the time together. We've hooked up. All we want to do as coaches is work with the talent in the region and just share our best thinking and our kind of experiences of having been involved in the game for a long time and help the kids be the best that they can be. So we love coming to Dubai, and hopefully there will be more trips of this nature.
Now, for boys that follow you, have followed you, are being coached by you, what's one off the top of your head piece of advice that you'd give to them?
I would say don't look for the shortcut. in anything that you find in life. Certainly in my experiences, any success that you're going to have in whatever area you go into your life, look for the long road. Throw yourself into that commitment in a way like you would never do anything else, and be prepared to spend time doing it, and be prepared to, certainly we experience in cricket, but be prepared to repeat the skill time and time again, tirelessly. And everything you do, you prepare to kind of put in the hard yards. Then very little can go wrong, but I think it's a very difficult thing to do, and especially the world we live in, where I think there are many shortcuts that we can take, or people are offering us shortcuts to achieve a quick fix in success.
Gary, thank you so much for chatting to us, and we look forward to more from the Gary Kirsten Cricketing Academy.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Gary Kirsten. You're watching Physique TV. Be your best.